Hello everyone and a very good evening to all of you. I am Sheetal and I welcome you to today's live session by Hitbullseye. So I can see some of you are already there. Good evening AK Chahan, good evening Amit. So the topic that we are going to discuss today is something that will help you with the upcoming exam of CUET. So we all know that the last date for the registration has been extended to the 30th of March, which is a great opportunity for all of you who missed it in the first chance. And the second thing that is very important is how to prepare for this paper. So though this paper is a combination of subjects that you will be going for, and probably you will be going for the exam also more than once, right? Because it is carried out in different slots on different dates. But one common paper which I believe all of you will be going for, and you should be going for, because it is required by, or it is asked for by many of the universities, which is English language paper. So what are we going to do today? We are going to see the previous year questions of English language paper. All of you who are preparing for the CUET exam or any entrance exam for that matter, this series that I am going to conduct for the upcoming 2-3 weeks, I will try to cover up all the CUET previous year paper questions from language paper, and it is going to be helpful for everyone who is preparing for the competitive exam. So from discussing the pattern, what is the requirement, what kind of skills are they going to test in you, to looking at the previous year question paper and showing you the approach to attempt those papers, towards looking for the material that you can refer to prepare for this examination. It's gonna be a wholesome video. So stay tuned with the upcoming weeks also if you want to know about all the previous year question papers. So without any further ado, let's begin with the live. First thing first, let us see pattern of the English paper. So first of all, you will get 50 questions in exam for which you will get 45 minutes. But you don't have to do all those 50 questions. You just have to do 40 questions out of those 50 questions. And it's going to be a combination of different subjects, different areas from the English subject. Let me just open it. Yeah, so first of all, if I discuss the subject area, or let's say the types of questions that you can see, they are, you can get questions based on RC. In reading comprehension, you know there are going to be 3 types of passages. It can be narrative passage, it can be factual, or it can be literary passage. Where to access this from and where to practice this, I'll be telling it to you later on. So there can be RCs. Basically, there is one lengthy RC followed by 6 questions. In total, 3 questions of RC, 3 RCs were seen there in the paper, in most of the papers throughout all the slots. So 3 RCs were there with 6 questions each. And again, there was a very common pattern that was noticeable. And that I will show you with the actual paper. Second is, they will test your verbal ability. And how will they do that? They will do it through the questions of grammar. It can be in the form of fill in the blank. So all the fill in the blanks question and part error question. So you will be required to select that part of the sentence which you think is grammatically incorrect, or you feel there is some anomaly in that part. So usually a sentence is given broken into 4 pieces named A, B, C and D, and you have to identify which part has a grammatical anomaly present there. Fill in the blanks again. So your basic understanding of grammatical units will help you to understand there should be an adjective in this blank, there should be a verb in this blank. Second thing, your knowledge of vocabulary. So if you do not know the meaning of those words that are given in the options, then again it will be difficult to answer these questions. So it's important that you have a good knowledge of good number of words. So your vocabulary will be tested. Third type of question that can be seen will be parajumbles. These are also known as sentence rearrangement question. So let's say 4 to 5 sentences are given to you, arranged in a chaotic manner or a hazardous manner. You have to read all those sentences, connect the points and make a cohesive paragraph out of it. So your basic understanding of what is the subject area, okay, what is common in all these lines, and if I was a writer, how would I have written these sentences in a particular order? All those things will be invested here. So I have made good enough videos on all these topics. If you want to revise your basics of these, you can refer to those videos. But in this series, we will be discussing the actual paper question only. Fourth type of questions. So yes, if I talk about vocabulary also, I told you it will be tested in the fill in the blanks also. If you look at this topic individually, your questions of antonyms, synonyms, one word substitution, so all these come under the category of vocabulary. Then there is a sister branch of this known as analogies. What are analogies? In analogies, we draw comparison and try to find out similarity between two things. So in question, you will be given A is to B, which can be, for example, chair is to furniture, right? So if you are given chair is to furniture, you have to decode the relationship between the two. So what is that relationship? It will be A is a type of B. Chair is a type of furniture. I have again made a video, probably 2 or 3 or analogies. You can go and refer to from that what are the types of relationship that words can have. So once you have decoded this relationship, then you have to see all the options and try to fit those options in the same relationship. You will get your analogy answer. So your questions can be based on analogies. And one final thing that you can see is your knowledge of literary devices, I can say, or figures of speech. So all the questions based on your metaphor, simile, oxymoron, personification, hyperbole, all these come under the category of figures of speech. Now I know we have all done figures of speech in school, but I think not in a proper order. So I have made video on whatever probable kind of figures of speech you can get with good number of examples with each. You can refer to that. So these are the types of question that they can give you in the English language paper for CUET. Right, now next question that comes to our mind is, where can I get all this information from? Because see, English is a vast sea of grammar, words, vocabulary, RCs and everything. And we all face this problem of, can I get all this available at one platform, in one platform? We have made that possible for you. So these are 2 of the books that Hitbullseye and the experts who have been into EdTech and this industry, they have, jot down certain important points and topics of grammar and RCs. All the 3 types of RCs, narrative, factual, literary, we have given all the concepts in this first book, which is English Concept. So if you have to clarify the knowledge of your fundamentals and basic, you may refer to this book. And there are enough practice question with, look at this, 17 CUET English mocks and all the actual question paper with complete solution is given in this book. So you can get these books from Amazon store. They are now available online. If you need that one platform or one source, you just need to refer to, so that you don't waste a lot of time investing a lot of time on this, finding out material, where should I study from. Because I understand this is the time when you will be preparing for your boards also. You will be caught up with that preparation and exam process. And meanwhile, you have to prepare for your entrance into the universities also. The CUET is going to be one common platform for everyone. So it's important you get it all in at one place. So this is that solution that you can refer to. The concept book and the practice book. So if I show you the index, you can see we have included reading comprehension, its concept, and the kind of question they can ask you from it. I hope it's visible now. It will be followed by exercises. All these are exercises of reading comprehension. So you can give your 1 hour, daily 1 hour for practicing, let's say 4 RCs, that I will complete 4 RCs today. So that consistency needs to be there. and the material is available to you at affordable prices on the Amazon store with our book. Recap exercise of analogy. So first chapter on analogy, its concept, and then certain practice question. Then you have sentence rearrangement or parajumble question with practice exercises followed by figures of speech. So we have given definition of good 15 to 20 figures of speech that may come in your exam, that we did see last year also, with practice question. And then recap exercise of sentence completion. Sentence completion is similar to fill in the blank question, followed by verbal reasoning. Now verbal reasoning, again, there were many students who were confused about it, that will there be verbal reasoning questions. So we got to know from students review last year that yes, there were some questions based on verbal reasoning. Your reasoning is tested on the basis of given statement, so we need to be prepared for it. Last time it was the first time that CUET conducted one such exam, so this time we are expecting the level to be a little bit higher, but we will be prepared for it, right? Vocabulary usage. So all your antonym, synonym, one word substitution, it will all be given in this 7th chapter. So this is the index for your reference. So now if I have to show you the previous year question paper, let's try and solve it. So there you go. 10th of August, first slot, language paper. We are going to start solving this paper now. If you have any doubt, you may put it in the chat box. We can discuss that. As you can see, there is an RC. Look at the length of the RC, good enough. But trust me, the questions were relatively easy, and let's say 70% of the questions were direct or based on the facts given in the passage. So now, first thing, how to approach RC? Let's learn it. So if I have to read this RC for you, read the passage and answer the question based on it. Look at this, 6 questions are from this RC. 6 is a lot. So whenever you read one such passage which has like 3 to 4 paragraphs, how to approach it? As soon as you read the first paragraph, try to get the gist of it. What is this passage talking about? What is the subject area? And then try to understand the whole passage in structured manner. कि first paragraph में क्या दिया था, second में क्या था, third में क्या था, fourth में क्या था. What did the author start with? और last में उन्होंने कैसे include किया है उस passage को. So all these things will help you understand it. The next most important source of indoor air pollution is allergens. So those substances that cause allergies. So allergens के ऊपर था ये पूरा passage. House dust mites are very small insects not visible to naked eye and the commonest source of allergy in the house. They are ubiquitous. So good vocabulary was also seen there in the RCs. Ubiquitous is something that is always present everywhere. You can say omnipresent. So these tiny, you can say allergens, they are present everywhere and thrive in warm and moist atmosphere. कि ये thrive करते हैं warm और moist atmosphere में, जो बहुत ही conducive होता है और हमारे सबके houses में वो होता है. So this is what the passage was about. They breed very fast and are very difficult to eradicate. कि उनको eradicate करना बहुत difficult है. Modern houses present ample breeding spaces for them in the form of carpets, curtains, mattresses, pillows. Now he is further given you examples to prove कि why do we find so many allergens in our house. तो उन्होंने बताया है passage में, carpets में, curtains में, mattresses में और pillows में, you can see these. Exposure to HDM can be prevented by the frequent washing of linen and by encasing the mattresses and pillows in a non-permeable cover. So pets form an important part. So what did we see? Initially passage में बताया कि allergens के ऊपर passage है. Then the writer proceeded with all the non-living things like pillows or furniture or mattresses that we put in our house. Now he's taken different turn. Now he's talking about our pets कि हमारे pets भी जो है allergens carry कर सकते हैं. So if you try to understand the passage in this structured way, आपको दोबारा passage को refer नहीं करना पड़ेगा to answer the questions. But they can add plenty of allergens to our indoor atmosphere. तो यहाँ पर इंडोर एटमॉस्फेयर की बेसिकली पूरे पैसेज में बात हो रही है, वही एलर्जेंस जो इंडोर मिलते हैं. Cats are notorious for doing this. Fine particles from feline fur can remain stuck to the upholstery and carpets for a very long time after the removal of animal and lead to the worsening of asthma and skin allergies. These pets and the allergens they carry, it can cause asthma also. So fortunately, owing to religious and social custom, cats are not popular pets in India, which we all know. Dogs, however, are quite popular and can be as troublesome. Pets should be kept out of the bedroom and groomed frequently to remove the fur particles. Let's move on to the next one. Molds and fungi and several other microorganisms thrive in damp condition and can lead to allergens as well as infection. So now, after talking about the pets, what is he talking about? Now the writer is talking about the air conditioning that we all have in our house, the humidifiers and the air conditioners. They can, the bacteria or the microorganism, they can thrive there also. Certain types of bacteria and have to lead to major outbreaks like pneumonia. This is important to regularly clean the coolers, air conditioners and damp areas of houses such as your cupboards, your lofts, etc. Toxic gases can also pollute the indoor environment. तो indoor environment को कौन-कौन से allergens toxic बना सकते हैं? First of all, he started with the allergens, the types of it. Then he moved on to the microorganism, and now what is he talking about? The writer is now talking about the toxic gases. अब हमारे houses में toxic gases कौन सी होती हैं? Biomass fuel. तो those who use wood or cow dung or dried plants and coal, if burned inside, can lead to severe contamination by carbon monoxide. So they release carbon monoxide, जो ये biomass gases होती हैं. So it can also cause air pollution for indoor. The poor quality of stoves and other cooking or heating appliances that cause incomplete combustion of LPG can also lead to the emission of CO2 or nitrogen dioxide, which is not good for our health. So it can be released from adhesives that are used for fixing carpets, upholstery and also in making plywood. So what we know about is the Fevicol, the advertisement of Fevicol we all have seen. So these are adhesives that are used to join the upholstery, that is the cover of the sofa या फिर जो furniture को attach करने के लिए adhesive use होते हैं, उनसे भी indoor pollution हो सकता है. That is what the passage is saying. Right, so we have successfully completed the first passage. I hope you would have understood कि passage किस topic के ऊपर था और gist क्या है passage का, कि how should we avoid the certain types of allergens that we commonly see in our houses to safeguard ourselves against certain diseases and ailments and allergies. Let us now see what kind of question can they ask you. So the first question format, as you can see on the screen, is in form of fill in the blank. But ये fill in the blank is completely based upon what is given in the passage. Choose the correct answer from option given below and complete the following sentence. So the sentence goes like, from the passage we can easily state that home dust mites are they very big insects? No, they are not. They are very tiny. Had they been big insects, we would have easily eradicated those insects, right? So you can see it yourself. Questions are not that difficult. Are very small but seen with a naked eye. They cannot be seen. If they are very small, very tiny, they cannot be seen with the naked eye. So we can easily eliminate these two options. They are dangerous. Yes, they are. They can be dangerous for our health. Are very small and cannot be seen by the naked eye. So here what you can see is, there are two correct answers. Yes, Amit, I can see you have answered the fourth one, which is absolutely correct. पर ये question fill in the blanks based है. और अगर आप ये sentence देखोगे जो हमें already दिया हुआ है, the verb are has already been used. तो it doesn't make complete sense. अगर मैं इसके साथ fourth वाला option attach करूँ, look at this. From the passage we can easily state that home dust mites are very Are very small, so this would be redundant. We cannot use are very again. That is the reason the answer should be third one. वैसे factually fourth भी correct है, but क्योंकि ये fill in the blank है, आप फिर से are very use नहीं कर सकते. Right? So बस इन्हीं चीज़ों का हमें ध्यान रखना है इस एग्जाम में. The questions are not going to be that difficult. You just have to be very attentive while attempting these questions. After reading the passage, what do you think should be the priority of the local administration like the village panchayats and the city municipalities? अब ये question मैं कहूँगी is a good level question. It is based on your critical understanding of the passage. This is not a direct question from the passage. If you have read the passage carefully, you would be able to answer it. Let's see what answer are you going to drop in for this one. Great. Okay, Amit, what do you think about this one? Choose the correct answer from the given option. What is the question? After reading the passage, what do you think should be priority of local administration? जैसे कि अगर वो village है तो village पंचायत, city है तो city municipalities को क्या करना चाहिए to keep us safe from these allergens? Choose the correct answer from the option. The first one says address causes of pollution to protect the local communities. That is absolutely right. बाकी के ऑप्शन भी देखते हैं. Second one is work with USA on global climate action plan. So why are we mentioning USA? जब पैसेज में हमें कोई ऐसा प्रूफ दिया नहीं था, it was not mentioned that it's particular to USA. It is out of the context. That is the reason we can easily eliminate second one. Request the Nordic countries to prevent their lumberjacks from cutting trees. So Scandinavia, Finland जैसे जो countries हैं, we call them Nordic countries. Again, Nordic countries के लिए specific नहीं है. This thing that was discussed in the passage, indoor pollution, it is common to each and every country. So it's not about USA or Nordic countries. Fourth one is turn a blind eye towards pollution. Now this is contradicting the author, right? The idea that he was giving in the passage, he was trying to convey. Only answer is the first one. Very good, Amit. Yes, your answer is absolutely correct. It should be first one. So see, we have successfully scored 2 marks in this first RC. Let's see this one. अब फिर से एक fill in the blank type का question है. Choose the correct answer from the option given below and complete the following sentence. Let's read the sentence together. I hope the screen is clearly visible to you. Amit, let me know if the screen is clearly visible to you. Indoor air pollution is critically harmful for us because indoor air pollution हमारे लिए harmful क्यों है? ये है question and let's see the option. There is no indoor pollution. Now this is quite contrary to the sentence itself. Naive option I would say. We can easily eliminate first one. We are never indoor. Nonsensical question option I would say. So we are indoor, right? We have to stay indoor sometime. The doors in our houses are useless against intruders. Why are we talking about intruder? The uninvited people. Out of the context. Again, don't fall for this. We spend over 90% of our time in our home or in offices. क्योंकि हम अपना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा time, let's say 90% time spend करते हैं offices में या houses में. तो indoor pollution हमारे लिए बहुत harmful हो सकता है. Yes, very good. Correct answer is fourth one. Again, one more fill in the blank type of question. So जब fill in the blank वाले question आप देखो तो you have to see the facts also and you have to make sure कि grammatically वो option यहाँ पे fit होना चाहिए, redundancy या repetition ना हो. The passage tells us that molds, fungi and several other harmful microorganisms thrive in. Indoor pollution की अगर हम बात करें, passage में हमें दिया हुआ था it's a direct question. Molds और fungi जैसे microorganism कहाँ thrive करते हैं? कहाँ breed करते हैं? Let us see who is going to answer this one. Well ventilated places, तो well ventilated जगह पर तो बिल्कुल thrive नहीं करेंगे because it is not going to be warm or damp. Damp वो area होता है जो थोड़ा सा moist होता है. Well designed chapels, design is not something that we are considering here. Rather we are seeing if the place is well ventilated one or is it a damp one. Well maintained canteen or should it be damp and moist condition. So look at this. कोई भी क्लोज कंटेंडर था ही नहीं इस आंसर का. द ओनली राइट आंसर हियर विच वी कैन क्लियरली सी इज द फोर्थ वन. सो दीज आरसी क्वेश्चन दे आर हाईली स्कोरिंग. 60 to 70% क्वेश्चन आपके फैक्ट्स पे ही बेस्ड होते हैं. एक या दो क्वेश्चन है जो आपकी क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग को टेस्ट करेंगे, आपकी क्रिटिकल एनालिसिस को टेस्ट करेंगे. Choose the correct answer from options given below and complete the following sentence. One more fill in the blank question. Let's see the question. From the passage, we can assume that indoor air pollution is caused by the toxicity of what? Indoor air pollution किस toxic चीज की वजह से होता है, या वो toxicity क्यों create होती है? Let's see who is going to answer this one. Amit is the only one giving all the answers. Come on everyone, drop in your answers. Is it because of freshwater fish? This was not mentioned in the passage. Is it because of biomass fuels, that is conventional fuel in rural area? Despondency and gloom. Despondency is a state of being very sad, gloomy. So आपके gloomy होने से या sad होने से air pollution increase नहीं होता. Incessant rainfall. Rainfall is outside the home. We are talking about inside pollution. So the only answer here is the second one. Absolutely right, Amit. You've answered all the questions correctly. Biomass fuels, जो ज़्यादातर सभी rural houses में use होते हैं, the cow dung and all those things, they count under this category. Look at this now. This is what I wanted to bring you to. This sixth question, तो ये सभी passages में कॉमन चीज थी. Every sixth question of every passage was a match the following type of question. But it was easy because it was directly based, or the lines were directly picked from the passage only. Part A and Part B, let's read these. Poor combustion of LPG does. So what we can do is, जैसे ही हम first list में से कोई भी sentence read कर रहे हैं, let us try to read these and fit one with that. Let's do this one. Poor combustion of LPG does are a source of biomass. Does के बाद are तो वैसे ही it cannot be there grammatically. It's not correct, right? Houses can prevent the growth of harmful fungi, cause many allergies or lead to toxic emission of carbon monoxide. तो हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर? LPG की बात कर रहे हैं, right? So what should be the answer here? The only answer is fourth one, क्योंकि वो emit करती हैं carbon monoxide and other toxic gases, chemicals. So first one we can match with fourth one. Let's read the second one. Wood, cow dung, dried plants. What should be the right answer? They are a source of biomass fuel. Biomass fuel में हम किसे count करते हैं? Wood को, cow dung को, dried plants को, जो commonly rural houses में use होता है. Adorable pets, dogs can cause many allergies. So it should be third one. And for the last one, regular cleaning of our houses can prevent the growth of harmful fungi. So two ways of doing these questions. One, you should know what was given in the passage because these are the lines picked from the passage. Second, you can check if it grammatically makes sense once you match this any of these sentences with these ones. Do they make a complete sentence or not? Right? So which one is the right answer here? So the answer should be third one. Let's now see one more passage. So see, the paper is very lengthy. 50 questions are there. We will try to cover up as much as possible in the live, and I will continue from the same for the next live. Let's quickly go through this. It was a little tricky, I would say. Fictional बोल सकते हो आप इसको. Let's read this one. The art of living is learnt easily by those who are positive and optimistic. So one thing is clear after reading the first line. Art of living के ऊपर है ये passage, और वो जो हम सीखते हैं positive और optimistic लोगों से. From humble and simple people to great leaders in history, science or literature, we can learn a lot about the art of living by having a peep in their lives. So probably the author is now going to discuss these famous personalities जो बहुत ही humble थे और कैसे वो great personalities और leaders बने. Probably अगर हम उनकी जिंदगी में पीप करें, झांके, तो हम सीख सकते हैं what is the art of living, हमें कैसे जीना चाहिए. So the daily routines of these great these grades not only reveal their different, maybe unique lifestyle, but help us learn certain habits and practices they followed. So here are some of the examples. Let's read it कि author ने हमें कौन सी great personalities के example दिए. A private workplace always helps. So this also you can count under it. तो जब हम RCs read करते हैं, the lengthy ones, you cannot, mug up each and everything. सारे facts आप याद नहीं कर सकते हो. What you should be doing is a quick scanning and skimming. पूरे passage को quickly read करो, scan करो, and then take out the gist of the passage. उसका essence निकालो कि passage किस चीज़ के बारे में है. तो यहाँ पर the line that we can see is a private workplace always help. हम lifestyle की बात कर रहे हैं कि कैसा lifestyle होना चाहिए. So this is one of the thing कि private workplace होनी चाहिए हम सबके पास. Jane Austen asked that a certain squeaky hinge should never be oil. Squeaky is something that makes sound. A squeaky hinge. Hinge is a joint जो doors में joint होता है. She's referring to that. कि अगर कोई door बहुत ज़्यादा squeaky है, noisy है, उसको कभी oil करना नहीं चाहिए. It should be noisy. Why? So that she always had a warning whenever someone was approaching the room where she wrote. So she did not want to be disturbed by the intruders. So because if the house main door is squeaky, she would get to know there is someone in the house, and then she can plan accordingly when do she have to write. William Faulkner, another great personality, all the writers, lacking a lock on his study door, detached the doorknob and brought it into the room with him. Mark Twain's family knew better than to breach his study room. They would blow a horn to draw him out. So Mark Twain's family, what did they do? They knew that instead of breaking through and getting into his room unalarmed, it's better to raise an alarm from outside to inform him that, see, we want to talk to you or there is something urgent. So they also believe that he shouldn't be disturbed, Mark Twain, while he's writing. So private workspace is respected here. Graham Greene went even further, renting a secret office. So Graham Greene ने तो एक secret office अपना rent किया हुआ था. Only his wife knew the address and the telephone number. After all, every one of us needs a workplace where we can work on our creation uninterruptedly. So that private space is something which probably was one reason why these people were so creative, because they had a lot of time with themselves to think, to write, to speculate over. Equally, we need our private space too. So probably this is the first learning you should all get. So while you are also preparing for your CUET preparation, try to sit in one such room or place where you are undisturbed and you are all merged into your studies. A daily walk has always been a source. अब यहाँ पर दूसरी चीज़ mention की. तो जो मैंने आपको structuring की बात बताई थी कि जब आप passage को read करते हो उसको structured way में read करो. तो जब हमने स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में रीड किया, पहले पैराग्राफ से हमें पता लगा कि देयर आर सर्टेन हैबिट्स दैट वी शुड बोरो फ्रॉम द ग्रेट पर्सनालिटीज एंड हम्बल पीपल, एंड वी शुड ट्राई टू बी पॉजिटिव एंड ऑप्टिमिस्टिक अबाउट दोज थिंग्स. पहली चीज थी रेस्पेक्टिंग द प्राइवेट वर्क प्लेस और स्पेस ऑफ वन सेल्फ. सेकेंड इज अ डेली वॉक. प्रोबेबली दिस इज वन सच स्मॉल हैबिट दैट वी शुड ऑल हैव. A daily walk has always been a source of inspiration. For many artists, a regular stroll was essentially a creative inspiration. तो वो छोटी सी जो स्ट्रोल के लिए, वॉक के लिए बहुत सारे राइटर्स और आर्टिस्ट जाते थे, वहीं से उनको कोई ना कोई क्रिएटिव इंस्पिरेशन मिल जाती थी. Charles Dickens famously took 3 walks every afternoon, and what he observed on them fed directly into his writing. So Charles Dickens has written some of the most prominent novels, we can say. So where did he get all these ideas from? Because he used to walk thrice in the afternoon, and whatever he saw around him, वहाँ से उनको inspiration मिलती थी अपनी stories लिखने के लिए. Right, so Tchaikovsky made two with a 2-hour jaunt, but wouldn't return a moment early. What is jaunt now? Jaunt is a little excursion or a journey or a trip that you go for the sake of pleasure. तो आप pleasure journey या trip के लिए जब जाते हो, he used to go for it like for a 2-hour jaunt. Ludwig van Beethoven took lengthy strolls after lunch, carrying a pencil and paper with him in case inspiration struck. Look at him now. Look at the seriousness of these great artists. 19th century composer Eric Satie did the same on his long hikes from Paris to the working class suburb where he lived, stopping under street lamps to jot down ideas that came on his journey. It's rumored that when those lamps were turned off during the war years, his music declined too. Many great people had limited social life, one of the Simone de Beauvoir's close friends put it. So, what is there in this passage? अब इतने सारे writers और artists के names read करने के बाद, most of you must be thinking that there is a hell lot of information in this passage and this passage is difficult. But trust me, it is not. तो एक चीज़ जो हमें सीखनी है, जहाँ पर भी पैसेजेस में बहुत ज़्यादा एग्जाम्पल, फैक्ट, डेटा, आइडियाज़ या स्टोरीज दी हैं, वो स्टोरीज मेन आइडिया नहीं होती. हमें सिर्फ प्लेजर रीडिंग की तरह उन स्टोरीज को रीड करके वहाँ से ये निकालना है कि व्हाई हैज ऑथर गिवन दीज आइडियाज और दीज स्टोरीज, बिकॉज ही फर्दर वांट्स टू रीएनफोर्स हिज मेन आइडिया. तो वो मेन आइडिया क्या था? ब्रिंगिंग इन सम हैबिट्स into our day-to-day life that can make us more creative, more optimistic, more humble. That's it. बाकी के ये सभी सिर्फ एग्जाम्पल्स हैं उस चीज को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए. तो बहुत ज्यादा याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है कि सिमोन क्या करती थी या फॉकनर क्या करता था, राइट? तो सबसे पहले हमें अपने माइंड से ये चीज निकालनी है कि ये पैसेजेस बिल्कुल भी डिफिकल्ट हैं. नहीं है ये पैसेजेस डिफिकल्ट. It was an uncluttered kind of life, simplicity deliberately constructed so that she could do her work. Who are we talking about here? So we are talking about Simone. Simone is another critical writer, a great writer. So she used to keep away from the receptions and parties. Her friend informed the reporters or the writers कि वो parties वगैरह में बहुत ज़्यादा जाती नहीं थी. She deliberately took out time, her own space, so that she could be more creative, write certain things. Perhaps it is because they are so unattainable. The very idea that you can organize your time as you is out of reach for most of us. So I'll close with a toast to all those who worked with difficulties. Right? So this is what the passage was about. Let's read the questions now. The 7th one. I hope the passage is clear to everyone. Good evening, Sankritya. Good evening, very good evening. You joined in a little late. Let's see if you'll be able to do these questions. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. Why do many artists and creative minds go for daily walk? क्यों जाते थे artists और creative writers daily walk के लिए? Inspiration के लिए जाते थे. To avoid the intruders, the uninvited people, to attract journalists, to paint the city walls. Very easy answer. You can score your 1 mark from here within seconds. The answer is first one. वो inspiration के लिए जाते थे. Yes, very good. Choose the correct answer from options given below and complete the following sentence. Again, one more fill in the blank kind of question. We may learn many valuable lessons from. किससे ले सकते हैं हम बहुत सारे valuable lessons? Only great achievers, humble and simple people, 2 great leaders, men who create history, or only poets and saints. Let us see किस किसने passage को बहुत ध्यान से read किया है. What is the answer to this one, Amit? The answer here is humble and simple people to great leader. First line, first paragraph, it was directly given कि हमें उन लोगों की life में peep करना चाहिए या उनको refer करना चाहिए, और we should be looking up to those people, those who are simple and humble, and they reached great heights. So they were great achievers. Only great achievers से नहीं, because the humble aspect is missing in the first one. First one cannot be the answer here. Yes, very good, Amit. The answer is correct. Let's see the next question. Choose the correct answer from the option given below. The notion of a private workplace should ideally mean what? A place where we entertain our colleagues' homework. Was it given in the passage? No, it was not. A naive option. हमें colleagues के homework के लिए private space नहीं चाहिए. A place of contact where we can work best without either being disturbed by others or feeling distracted, or a selected and isolated office meant for highly confidential work. कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हर कोई confidential work करे. Author has clearly stated we should all try to ingrain these qualities that private space is important. And probably strolling and walking is also important to be creative. No workplace can ever be private. What is the answer to this one? No, Amit, you missed this one. The answer is second one. A place of contact where we can work best without either being disturbed by others और feeling distracted. तो हमें एक ऐसे रूम की ज़रूरत है, ऐसे वर्क प्लेस की ज़रूरत है जहाँ हमें कोई डिस्ट्रैक्शंस ना हो. थर्ड वाला आंसर इसलिए नहीं है हमें बिकॉज इट टॉक्स अबाउट द कॉन्फिडेंशियल वर्क. कॉन्फिडेंशियल इज दैट इज समथिंग दैट यू हाइड फ्रॉम एवरीवन. तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप कॉन्फिडेंशियल वर्क के लिए ही प्राइवेट वर्क स्पेस अवेल करो. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. From the passage, it may be concluded that the expression art of living means what? What is the art of... now this, I would say, is a good question because it is not directly based on the given facts. It will require your understanding. तो यहाँ पर आपको just बताना है passage का. Healthy, wholesome, happy way of living, life of an artist, profession of an artist, to fill our homes and workplace with works of great artistic value. तो क्या मतलब है इस phrase का art of living? Art of living इस expression का क्या meaning है? The meaning is that we should try to live a healthy, wholesome and happy way. So our life should be healthy, wholesome and happy. Let's see the next one, which is choose the correct answer from the option. Once again, fill in the blank question. From the passage, it becomes clear that all thinkers and creative minds, सभी ग्रेट थिंकर्स और क्रिएटिव माइंड क्या फॉलो करते हैं? दे फॉलो एन आइडेंटिकल रूटीन. क्या वो एक जैसा सा रूटीन फॉलो करते हैं? हाइड देयर रोस्टर. डू दे फॉलो डिफरेंट रूटीन्स और नेवर हैव एनी रूटीन? सो इट वाज डायरेक्टली गिवन इन द सेकंड पैराग्राफ कि वो एक डिफरेंट रूटीन फॉलो करते हैं. Probably that is the reason they shine differently from other people. They are more creative from the common people because they follow different kind of routine. Answer to this one will be third. Alright student, the last question for today, again match the following. Can you see that? This is previous year paper, first slot. 2 RCs हम कर चुके हैं, दोनों में हमने एक एक match of the following देखा है. The 6th question. Art of living emanates. So after emanates, can you put is? No, you cannot, right? What should be the answer to this one? From a positive attitude. Art of living emanates from the positive attitude is the right answer. हमें art of living कहाँ से आता है? Positive attitude से. So next one is Mark Twain. Should it be is often an at-home day? Mark Twain day नहीं है, so grammatically it would be incorrect. Disliked his family breaking the privacy of his room. Yes, this is the right answer. So paragraph में it was clearly given his family would not breach his room, his workplace. Rather they would raise an alarm to inform him that we want to talk to you. To work without interruption, we need a private workplace, and Sunday is often an at-home day for some people, for some writers, like Pablo Neruda was mentioned in the passage. So what should be the right answer to this one? It should be fourth one. For these, if you are able to guess even 2 or 3, you will be able to guess the right match. I hope you did get some idea and some reality check now. How much do we need to work towards it? So now when we are doing the previous year question paper, you should try to strategize your preparation accordingly, how much you need to work towards it. And I believe this is something that will save you time, watching a video of 30-40 minutes and getting to know what was there in the previous year question paper and how to strategize your preparation. I think this is the need of the hour you should be doing. And if you want to know more about this previous year question paper, be present there next Thursday at same time 6:30. We will continue from here itself. From the third passage I'll continue. So if you like the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe it and share it with your friends. I want everyone to know and everyone to get to read the previous year question paper and see how to solve it. Thank you, keep smiling and always believe in yourself, everyone. Thank you.